Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I am Crash Rowsell, and you're watching part 4 of a 6-part series. It's 5. 6-part series of me showing off my entire collection. And you're like, part 4? Jeez, I'm more than halfway through this? How did I manage to click on that? Well, we all have our days, okay? I understand. So if you want to go back and rectify this, you can easily go down to the description, because every single part we've listed from part 1 all the way to part 6, along with a playlist. You can just click that little playlist and it'll lead you right through the videos, along with the other 12 days of Crashmas, because this is part of my 12 days Crashmas video. So simply put, you can just do that. Or you can wait till the end of the video. There's a playlist you can click there if you want to do that. It's all up to you. It's all about you. Like, you know, when you go to a restaurant and they say, take your time. That's me. You can take your time with me. I'll wait. Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I am Crash Rowsell, and it's once again time to crash the skies with part 4 of this collection video. So, part 4 means we're into Trap Team. Now, I'm going to tell you a quick little story. You may remember from my collection video, and I talked about it many times since, of a certain Skylander named Wildfire. Now, for some reason, I was at EB Games one day, and I saw Dark Wildfire, and I could have purchased it. I looked at it, I'm like, oh cool, I'm like, Wildfire in the target form, alright, that's, like, yeah, whatever. So, I didn't even think nothing of it. And then that day, I was at work, and I thought, like, man, I should have got that. Like, why didn't I pick it up? Like, why didn't I do that? So, the next day, I go back to pick it up, and he was gone. And I've regretted that for the last almost 3 years now of not getting that Skylander. And I'm thinking about it, but then one day, I look on Facebook, and I notice this, people are selling their Skylanders, getting rid of that stuff, and I saw a lady selling her Skylanders, or some Skylanders, and I look in the picture, none other than Dark Wildfire was in that picture. I messaged her and I said, there's 2 Skylanders, there's another one, which I'll explain, which I'll show that one in the video, in this part 2 actually. There's 2 Skylanders there I'm interested in. I will give you $40 for both of those. And she replied with, okay, which ones? Because no one's going to argue. She was selling the entire thing for like $200, $300, right? And I'm like, I will buy 2 Skylanders for about 20% of that price. Like, I don't joke around with this. I needed these Skylanders. So, ladies and gentlemen, I finally got Dark Wildfire. And along with that, got Legendary Jawbreaker. It only took me 3 years to finally get Dark Wildfire, but we did it, boys. Dark Wildfire is finally added to the team, along with Legendary Jawbreaker. It's really cool. Had to start with those 2 because it's a really good feel-good story. So you can look back at past Crash and be like, man, you did it, boy. I'm so proud of you. And I look back at him now and said, man, you did it, boy. I'm so proud of you. Thanks in front of variants. Why don't we start with the variants? So we're going to start off with the Trap Masters first and then go to the cores and go from there. So let's start with the variants because there's like none. To be completely honest, I think there's like a couple. That maybe that's a couple I don't have, but yeah. So we have the Winterfest Lobstar, the winter variant of Lobstar, and Dark Snapshot, which that's all the variants I have. There might be more variants that I just don't have, but yeah, that's it for those. So we're going to hop right into the Trap Masters there now and go from there. Starting off with Team Bex member, Wildfire, and Team Crash member, Jawbreaker. Which is funny because I got both of those variants. Wallop. He's really heavy. Anybody notice that some of these guys are really heavy? Kaboom, which he is hilarious in Skylar's Academy. If you haven't watched that show, do it. He is so funny in the show. Blastamine, which you will see in episode 6. I still have a packaged version of this. One of Beck's favorite Skylanders of Shortcut. A Skylander I've never really given enough love to, but I should have, which I need to dust him off too. Good God. Enigma. I don't even think I've leveled him up, to be honest. Snapshot, who looks tiny compared to the rest of the Trap Masters. Then we have Thunderbolt, another one of Beck's favorite, of Tough Luck. Head Rush, which I would love to have the Nitro version of her, but we don't have a Target in Canada anymore. And speaking of a Nitro version, I'd like to have a Nitro version of Crypt King, but we don't have that in Canada anymore either, so Crypt King. Then we have Bushwhack, which is spelled W-H-A-C. Sorry, I keep spelling his name wrong. Please rip me a new one in the comments. Have Lobstar, one of my all-time favorite Skylanders. Gusto, which is an interesting Skylander to describe it. Find out about him later. Gear Shift, probably one of the coolest design Skylanders. She's like just a robot, but that gear thing is really cool around her. And I leave these two for last for a big reason of Nightmare and Nightlight. So the reason I left these two for last is because there's a really nice story behind it. So when it was announced, kind of leaked really, that there was light and dark Skylanders coming to Trap Team, I was excited. Like, I was super stoked. I was telling everybody about it, I was telling Bex about it and all this stuff. Me and Bex had just started dating when this game had come out, so she didn't really know much about it. So she was getting into it, and she was learning it from me. So I said to her, I'm like, this is huge. Like, this is amazing. There's going to be a new element added after 4 years of this game. They're adding something insanely new to it. So we just went out one day just to go on an adventure, whatever, and we went to Walmart, and they were both there. I ran to the thing. There's no joke. I dropped on my knees, grabbed both of these, and I was like, this is it. And she was like, that's it? And I think that was when she realized that this was more than just a hobby for me. Like, this is something I gave a passion about. Because I could have started crying right there with excitement because I was so happy. So I bought both of them. I went home and I played the night one, the dark one actually. So I played with Nightmare first. And it was nice. It was fun. Like, I was playing these games and it was just like, I think that's when I realized that this wasn't just something I would thought maybe I'd enjoy. I think this will turn into the passion I have now. So these guys were kind of like the opening for me, which, like, you look at the design of Nightlight, man. He looks amazing. And you look at the design of Nightmare. She looks amazing too. Like, they both look really cool. So getting them was like the turning point in my Skylanders career. But that does it for the Trap Masters, so we're going to go hop into the cores. And the cores have a lot, and I have some upsetting news about the cores. So my sad, unfortunate news is since that Skylander video where I showed off the collection, I still don't have Spotlight or Cobra Cadabra. But I do have a couple since then. So we're going to get right into it. I'm just going to grab certain ones and just show them off there. There's a couple of variants. Or I think we only have one or two, maybe. Probably have one or two variants, so we'll just go from there, right? Torch. I have two torches. Random fact. Echo. Didn't have Echo before. Actually, since we're on that topic, Trailblazer. Got him too. We have Hog Wild Frino, which is one of the probably a really cool. I don't know if he really needed one, but he got it anyways, and I'm fine with that. Series 2 of him actually. Team Bex member Fist Bump. Blackout. Treadhead. Funny Bone, which you're going to see a really cool Funny Bone later on, in episode 6 actually of this, or part 6 of this, so keep an eye for that. Legendary Deja Vu and regular Deja Vu. Both really cool. I like that this one came out solo after, which I found really cool. Like, I think all the level pack characters did come out solo too, which was nice. So I was very happy this one, the Legendary, came out solo, so I got to go that one by itself and didn't have to buy the Mystery Mirror Pack twice. But you can find this one with the Mystery Mirror Pack at at Dollarama now, just letting you know. We have Fizzy Frenzy Pop Fizz, which there is a variant of him I have, which I'll show you in episode 6. Apu. There's a story behind that. There's a series that me and Bex, I was going to do with a bunch of people actually, where I would show a picture of a Skylander and they have to name it, and if they got a certain amount right, they would get a Skylander and get to name it and do whatever they want with it. And Bex, one of the debut episode that I never uploaded or anything, and she got to name him Apu, after the monkey from Aladdin. I don't know his actual name, but this is Shroom Boom Series 2 of him. And he is like Super Shot? Not Super Shot. It's a Slingshot. Slingshot Shroom Boom. I don't know his name. Put it right here. Okay, there we go. Sorry I don't know his name. I'm a terrible SkyTuber. Please don't watch me. Just unsubscribe right now. Then we have Tidal Wave. I think it's Tidal Wave Gilgrunt. I don't know any of the names. I'm so sorry. We have Tidal Wave Gilgrunt. I'm so bad at this. Then we have Rocky Roll, which I don't know why his figure is so loose. I don't know. Let me know if your figure is loose too, because my Rocky Roll is pretty loose for some reason. I don't know why. We have Dark Food Fights, which is really cool. And a regular food fight. Obviously, I need regular food fight because I need the game to actually play it. Then we have Bat Spin, which is a very simple name for Skylar in my opinion. Speaking of blades, like they could have came up with anything for this guy and they came up with blades. Like, boys, come on. Then High Five, this was a fan one if I'm not mistaken, along with Bat Spin, so that's pretty cool. They should do that again. They have the Turbo Jetvac, I think his name is. Really cool. Really cool Series 3, because I don't have Series 2 of Swap Forces Jetpack. I gotta write that down, remember that. We have Chopper, probably one of the most unique designs, Skyline. I really like Chopper. And, oh, that's it. Oh, okay, cool. Now it's the minis. So, they came with a lot of minis, and I'm gonna start off with this one first. Actually, I got 2 stories for these. I'll keep that one aside too. But, so, we'll start with iSmall. Now, the reason I'm starting with iSmall is because if you remember in the first part of this, I talked about putting camo in the shoebox. Well, this year, I put Eyebrow in there. Or iSmall, sorry. So, the only Skyliner pack they had there was the double pack with him and Hijinks. The Undead Minis pack they had. So I bought that, and I went to put both of them in there, and I said, I'm like, I don't think it's really going to fit. I'm like, they might reject them anyways because they're kind of like scary with the skull, maybe. They won't reject it. They will reject it. So, so I was like, let's put iSmall in because he seems more cuter. Because if you look at Hijinks versus iSmall, Hijinks is a little more scarier. iSmall is pretty cute. You got the giant eye, and it's like, oh, I'm going around. So I put him in there, so hopefully there's a kid in a less fortunate country who's going to get iSmall this Christmas, which is really cool. And Hijinks. I have Hijinks, but she's currently sent away to a winner of a contest. The next story is with Power Punch Petvac? I think that's his name. It's probably not. I'm so sorry, but the story with this one, I think I said it in the other one, was I went to EB Games, and this guy was here. And it was long after Easter, because this was an Easter one that came out. Because I know there was Weeruptor, excellent Weeruptor, which I don't have him yet, so I got to remember that one too. And the little bunny trap that was out. So he had all those, and he was there, and I was like, oh my god, this is cool. So I put it down, and I started talking to the cashier about it, and I don't think the girl at EB cared at all about what I was saying, because she had no expression on her face, no nothing. And there's just this 23-year-old, I think I was old at the time, rambling and saying how much he wanted this little tiny baby figurine to play his little game with him. So it's hilarious looking back at it, and I'm like, man, she didn't care at all about what I was saying, which is amazing, because, like, you wouldn't think that, but it's like, oh, I'm like, I was shouting my useless Skyliner knowledge onto everyone, which was, it's really cool about that. But yeah, that's a good story about that. So we'll get right into the rest of the minis here now. So I think I'll do them in a combo pack. So I'll do, like, each one that came together. So we have Petvac and Breeze. This is the air combo. I left Bop in the room. I'm so sorry, but Bop is one of them, and Terabyte is the other one. If you don't notice, he looks a lot like that sidekick, eh? And speaking of sidekicks, here's Ninny Ginny, but this is the regular one, see your red bottom. And Speary! Well, random thing. And then Sparrow wasn't even in the next 2 games, so it's weird that they gave him a mini and then that was it. Then we have Barkley, which is a really cute name for him. They could have called him Wee Rex, but anyways. And Whisper Elf, which is cool. Whisper Elf. Whisper is a little bit thin. For fire, we have Small Fry and Weeruptor. Like, see, Weeruptor, Eruptor makes sense. They could have did Wee Rex for Tree Rex. You missed out. Y'all gotta have me on your team. I can name Skylanders for you. Trigger Snappy and Drobit. Drobit's adorable. Look at his tiny little wings. Like, how could you not find those tiny wings adorable? And Thumpling and Gil Runt. I love the name Gil Runt instead of Gil Grunt. It's so good. Amazing little name for those. yeah, that does it for Trap Team. My battery is dying. Oh, I gotta wait a little bit to charge it up before I continue the rest of the video. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this, let me know by leaving a like and a comment below. And in the description, you can go to the next part if you need to. Or if you're watching play this, just let it go. Let it go. I think I did that last part. Anyways, regardless, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I enjoy sitting here talking to you guys about this. Next up is Superchargers. Imaginator is going to be a fun one because I haven't said anything about the Imaginators. And then the big video where I show a bunch of other things in between. So, if you guys enjoy them, leave a like and a comment below. But as always, I bid you farewell.